mean, what was your initial reaction to, I guess, the script and to the book?
I loved the script first. Yeah, I read it as well first.
Yeah.
And then the book, I cried and I thought it was amazing. I was like, this is better than the script even.
Yeah, it's always difficult to translate some of the internal monologue, I guess.
Totally, exactly. Which they did. I think they did a great job in the movie, but when it's just a screenplay.
They knew that once you cast actors, then the script would be as good as the book. You know what I mean? Like, it would give the depth, and it's just hard to get in a script. Like,
they said a lot, like Shailene, there's so many moments where it's told from Hazel's point of view, obviously, and there are like descriptions in her head of how she's feeling about something or something like that. And in a movie, there are moments where it's just quiet and you just see her eyes and she's like translating sort of what's on the page in her eyes.
That's what's so great about Shay's acting. She's got the entire world behind her eyes.
It's just incredible. You know, it's like finding Salinger for the first time. You know, you fall in love, you realize it's not only a voice of a generation, particularly his narration that he writes for Hazel, but it's a voice for all generations because the questions he's asking are so profoundly deep, which is what it is to love, the bravery to love, and knowing that there is an end game to love, to life, to all of it, and how to have gratitude for what we have versus, abject terror, which keeps us removed from it. And, he's funny and irreverent and bold and really a writer for all ages.
And with Gus, I mean, I know some people have said that they think he's sort of almost too much of a fantasy, the character, but then, I mean, what did you think of that? Because I think it seems a bit like it's a persona that he wears as well.
That's what I think, too, yeah. I mean,
totally.
It's going to be hard for him to... I would just answer for him that I think what's great about Ansel's performance is that there is a level there's a level that it's a performance, that Gus, his character, is doing a performance, and that you see in little moments that it's a facade, and that makes it seem almost like he's too good to be true, maybe in the beginning, but that's on purpose, and then by the end of the movie you realize that that's a thing, that's a thing that you do when you don't have a leg and you're making up for it.
Well, I know people have been sort of almost measuring their levels of tears with the film, having seen it. Where were you at on the cry scale?
High, extremely high in the tear level. Yeah, I thought I wouldn't be. I think the first time I watched it just in a private screening because it was a rough cut, and in terms of notes or thoughts, you're watching in a different way. You have like a different part of your brain on, and yet still it was very emotional. And then seeing it with an audience, it's like you have permission to feel everything everybody else is feeling, and that's when, oof, it went crazy.
I wasn't like full out like sobbing uncontrollably. I was when I did the film at times. However, watching it, I was like, I went to like a 7 probably. Like I cried like a good amount, but I wasn't like, I can't watch.
Dignified man tears, but not like the full.
Exactly.
Yeah. What are your other kind of movie sort of tearjerkers?
In another movie for Fox that I just saw, so it's so in my mind, because oddly it deals with similar issues, and I just was sobbing, which is called Wild, also.
Oh my God,
from
I love
a very
that book.
beautiful book. I'm so in love with that book. The movie killed me.
Oh, I'm so excited.
Yeah, it's beautiful. It's very, very beautiful. I mean, I haven't seen it finished, but it's beautiful. Jean-Marc Vallée, who did Dallas Buyers Club, directed it, and I love it.